what I like about Joe Rogan is he gives the left and the right the opportunity to say what they got to say.
Right.
If you have freedom of speech, then you have to be able to take the good with the bad. You have to give those guys who you don't want to hear a voice so you can be able to...
But good and bad is subjective because there are people who, like if you're saying left and right, there are people who are watching to say, fuck those left people, that's bad. But then there's a whole other half of people watching saying, fuck those right people, that's bad. You know what I mean? Like, that's... in my mind, good and bad doesn't even really exist in that type of thing. It's subjective. Good and bad is more like hate speech people and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
But you know what? They still deserve a right to say what they gotta say. Even though I might not like what they gotta say.
Agreed.
They still have a right to their opinion, and I have a right to rebuttal to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you shouldn't exclude one and say, well, this side is the only side that can say something.
Right.
You both have the right to say something, and you both should be able to talk like adults.
Yeah.
And hash it out, and to agree to disagree.
Yeah. Or just don't talk to that person, or don't look at that episode that day. If you don't like it, don't look at it.
Yeah.
There's certain people that I'm not a fan of, or there's not even people that I don't like, but there's people who I don't like their speech or their rhetoric or whatever.
Yeah.
And guess what I do? I just don't watch them.
There you go.
You know, but every once in a while I try to consume a little, so maybe I do watch it just a little bit, because I also like to hear what both sides are saying.
Yes.
Because even though I don't like it, that doesn't mean they're wrong. You know?
Exactly.
Somebody might say something and I'm just like, I don't like what they're saying at all. But guess what? Like in the grand scheme of things, my moral compass isn't the world's moral compass. You know what I mean? Or whatever it is that you want to say. So just because I don't like what you're saying, that doesn't automatically make it wrong. And it doesn't make me say he should shut up with that. You know what I mean? Because that person might be right.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're just saying something that I don't want to hear or whatever.
But
you have to be able to hear both sides, and that's what I like to do. You know?
It's almost like a debate.
Yeah.
You can't debate the same thing. When you debate, it's usually one side or the other.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna tell me that I'm not gonna let this side talk, then how can you have a debate?
Right. Exactly.
You're just agreeing, and that's what it comes down. Everybody should agree with your opinion. No, that's where debate comes from, man.
Thank you for the likes. Yeah. Also, surrounding yourself with people that just agree with you is boring as shit.
Yes, man.
You know what I mean?
You want yes men around you all the time?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, like...
Yes. They never disagree with you?
No, you gotta disagree, man. Like...
What are you, a dictator?
Look at our boy DJ Q, our very first guest ever. If you look back a couple episodes, we got some clips with him.
Yeah.
But, me and him used to sit and argue all the time. He's the godfather of my kid. I'm the godfather of his.
Right.
We're like best like friends. Like me and him are fucking. What do we use? We use the term from the James Silent Bob. We're hetero life mates. You know what I mean? Yo, we're like the same person. You know what I mean? We do the same things. We like the same thing. But he's just a regular fucking dude, just like me.
Right.
And we lived together for so long and all this stuff.
Right.
But yo, we used to sit. And on a monthly basis, have like full on arguments.
Yeah.
And it was about a topic. It wasn't like arguments like, and there was never fuck you and we hate you or anything. We were arguing hard at each other.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of swearing.
Yes.
You know? But guess what? A little bit of coffee might have been involved. And so emotions get a little higher and stuff like that. But guess what? As soon as it was done, I was like, yo, I'm getting a refill. You good? Yeah, man, fill me up. All right, and we're back and we're just normal.
Oh,
there were times people used to think like, yo, these guys are going to fight.
Oh, yeah.
And there was never, ever a time when I was just like, I hate this guy for his opinion or I want to slap him or, there was never a time. Yo, the debates were great. Some of the best lines that we ever had were the times when we had those arguments.
Of course.
You know? It was awesome. It's good to have difference of opinions. You know?
Yeah, and it's good to have somebody...
Thank you for the likes, Nyla.
...that disagree with you, because sometimes, and I'm guilty of this, it's like I'll argue with somebody and then near the end of the argument I realize I was wrong.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like they've convinced me, but you're never gonna get there if you don't hash it out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, like one famous argument that me and DJ Q had We were on a balcony, like at somebody's place, and it faced directly south.
Right.
And it was just casual conversation. He pointed south and said New York, you know? And I was like, New York isn't actually that way. It's kind of that way. And he's like, guy, New York is south of us. I was like, yes, it's south of us, but it's also southeast of us.
Right.
You know? Because it's like, I was trying to tell him, like New York is on the ocean.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the Statue of Liberty and everything. Like it comes, that's New York. That's New York City. We're specifically talking about New York City.
Right.
You know? Because New York State is actually just right there south of us. You know, but
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was New York
That's
City.
what I was telling him. I was like, yo, Buffalo's right there.
Right.
New York City is over there. And guy, we started up, bro. Like we were going at it and we're on a balcony, so anybody walking by could have just heard this whole argument. We went, and there was no phones and Google and all that shit back in those days.
Right.
Somebody had to go and find like
a compass,
a fucking no, like a map, an actual. I think somebody ran to their car
and grabbed the map
and grabbed a good old school map. It wasn't a map, but it was a book. Like it was like a map in the book,
right?
You know, so that had like a whole Southern Ontario and so I think this is what happened. Somebody brought a map and I kind of showed him, and he was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." I go, because I kept trying to tell him, you're not 100% wrong. You're just a little bit wrong. Right. You know, it is south of us, but it's southeast. Like it's like it's almost like perfectly middle southeast of us. Like going that way to the coastline. You know what I mean? And guy, that was a big, dirty, famous argument that we had, and it was so much fun.
It would have been south had you not been in that position.
Yes, exactly.
But I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
He wasn't wrong, but he wasn't right. And you weren't wrong, but you also weren't right. You know what I mean? It's
well, I didn't know the exact way to go, but I did know it was a little bit more east than just south.
Yeah.
You know? Because he's like, don't you drive south to get there? Then you take us out. I was like, yes. But then you drive a little bit east.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, and it was such a fucking fun argument.
Yeah. And then afterwards,
and when he was done, he was like, "Oh, okay, I see it on the map. Yeah, you're right.
Let's have a drink."
Yeah. He's like, "Yeah, man." He goes, "Fuck, I'm thirsty after all that yelling." You know, I'm like, "I got a beer. Let's go. I'm gonna go grab a beer."
Yeah. Yeah.
Good times. That's the best way to do it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
There are also times when I realize somebody's right off the bat, and then I just play devil's advocate. You know, I just keep saying the wrong thing.
Yes.
To work them up more.
Because you're a troll.
Yes. That's exactly what I am.
I'm guilty of that too.
Yeah.
Sometimes I know I'm wrong. Yeah. And it's like, fuck it, I've gone this far.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep going. Look,
I just keep going.
The times when I troll people though, I know I'm wrong probably like 1 minute into it. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But this is where we're going. I'm not gonna admit it for the next 15 minutes. Yeah. And then I just keep on going and keep working the person up and keep giving them the most stupid arguments. And
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
How do you know that? You don't know.
Fuck you. I know.
Nah, you don't know that.
Yeah, I do know. I've been there. And I'm getting angry and I can see this is you. And then it kicks in. I'm like, this
motherfucker's trolling me.
Yeah. You know, you got me going. It's like, Dave.
And but bring it all the way back to the comedy show. You don't like comedy, don't watch it.
Yeah.
It's not that you don't like comedy. If you like a certain style of comedy, you have to know that you shouldn't watch the roast. You have to know that you shouldn't watch.
It's proven. How much roast has there been that you don't know? People go in deep, and they're going in this. They're pulling all those skeletons out your closet, guy. And it's like, yo,
as they should.
Anybody else that's in the room is fair game because, it wasn't just.
Well, that's how roast goes. Usually, they roast all the roasters until they get to the main person. It's like 1-2 jokes about everybody until they get to the main person. Then they can do a 5-minute set on them.
Everybody in that room got it, guy.
Yeah,
everybody got it.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
But if you're not down with that, you shouldn't be watching it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. If you don't like Dave Chappelle's comedy, Dave Chappelle loves to push stuff. He really did. Since the Dave Chappelle show. He just likes to walk that line and people, there's a lot of people that don't like him for it, but then there's Netflix who gave him $300 million.
There you go.
To do his specials. Or whatever. I don't know. I might got the number wrong, but you know what I mean?
I heard a Dave Chappelle story. So I didn't know that Marlon has a trans son.
Yeah.
So
Marlon
Wayans.
Wayans, okay, yeah.
So they're asking him, "Are you friends with Dave?"
Yeah.
And he answered like this. He's like, because they're everybody's trying to say that Dave Chappelle is anti-trans, but Dave Chappelle isn't anti-trans.
Yeah.
He just made trans jokes, right?
Yeah.
And Marlon was like, "Listen, me and Dave have a good relationship, and I know where he stands. And if I thought he was doing what he was doing maliciously, then I wouldn't talk to him."
Yeah.
But he's like, "I know where he's coming from.
Yeah.
And me and him are friends. And, you know, where it comes to my son, who's trans, he's like, I know that what he's talking about isn't directed at my son."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And he's like, I also know that Dave Chappelle, when you push his back against the wall, will push back.
Yeah.
You know? Yep. So to everybody who's offended, he's kind of like us. When he knows he's offending you, he pushes more.
Yeah.
But he's like, if I thought that Dave Chappelle was that person, then I wouldn't have any communication with him.
Yeah.
He's like, I know he's not that kind of person. And I know that he's just pushing back on the people who are trying to push on him.
Yeah, and he's just trying to tell them, you got it wrong. Yeah. He's pushing back and being like, you're wrong. Because just because I made a trans joke doesn't mean I'm transphobic.
Exactly.
You have it 100% backwards.
Exactly.
You know?
It's like, just a joke.
It's just a joke.
Chill out.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
you know what I mean?
There's a certain sect of society that you make one joke and all of a sudden
they try to put you in a box.
Yeah, and
it's like,
I'm not in that box. And he had one special where he actually even explained it. He was like great friends with somebody and was really sad. A trans person, a comedian.
Right.
He was really sad when I think they passed away or took their own life or something like that.
Right.
In one of his specials.
I remember.
Yeah. And he was just like, that was my friend. You know? And nothing about that person. He's like, and that's not what the jokes are about. You know what I mean? And it was just a joke. Like, you guys can't I'm not going to stand here and let you label me.
Exactly.
You know?
And I'm not going to stop doing what I do.
Right. Yeah. And he made that whole special as a fight back.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to just make pure trans jokes.
Yeah.
You know? And
the thing about it was, there was nothing about those jokes that were really
malicious.
Yeah. They were just jokes.
Yeah. He didn't do he didn't go over the top and make anything malicious. He was just
telling a joke.
Man.
It's like relax. You need to relax. You know what? If you're trans, if you're gay, if you're whatever, you can laugh. Like, have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm not saying that they don't, because I've actually worked with some people who didn't find it overly offensive. You know, they were just like, I'm trying to find out. Like, they looked at it to see what it was.
Right.
You know, everybody looked. And they were like, I don't know if he said anything that was bad.
I just
left it as that. And I was like,
you know what I mean?
I left it as no opinion. Yeah. I just like, you know.
Well, it's just like going back to A Living Color.
Yeah.
Yo, handicap, you know, Chinese,
yeah,
white, black. There was nobody who didn't get it on that show.
Yeah.
And it was like, yo, we aren't those people. We're just making jokes and nobody's safe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's how Dave Chappelle is. It's like, nobody's safe. They're just jokes.
Well,
relax.
I mean, I guess maybe there were people who remember he made the skit about the white family, but their last name is Nigar is the nigger family. I have a friend who I tried to show that skit to.
Yeah.
And he can't even watch it.
Forget that.
He's just but he's not like offended, can't watch it. It makes him so uncomfortable.
How about the KKK guy?
Yeah.
was black. Yeah. And at the end of the skit, he divorced his wife because she was a nigger lover.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yo, I'm telling you, man, like, you just, like, come on now. You gotta have a sense of humor, man.
Like, it's all
jokes,
man. Like,
nobody's trying to target. We just want you to laugh, and it's like,
See what
because it's so wrong is what makes it funny.
Right. Like I was saying earlier.
It's like stereotypes.
No, like I was saying earlier, like it's satire, right? Like it's satire mixed with irony. You point out the thing that's bad,
right?
And everybody knows it's bad. Ricky Gervais explains it in his stand-up.
Right.
His not 2 minutes into his stand-up. It was like a couple stand-ups ago.
Right.
He explains this. You know, he's like, you're gonna hear satire and irony. You know what I mean? And it's like laughing at the wrong thing because you know what the right thing is.
Exactly.
And I just put and his the little tiny joke he says to kind of explain it, because he was saying something, and he goes, you know what I mean? And he was like, there's like funny women comedians and he pretended like there were none, and everybody laughed. And he goes, see what I did there? I pointed out, I pointed out the wrong thing, and you laughed because you knew what the right thing is. He goes, because there are many funny women comedians and he did it again, and they laughed, and he goes, see what I did? Well, no, he goes, see, you spotted it. No, he said, what do you say? Well spotted. Because he has a British accent.
Right.
So he's like, I did it again. Well spotted. You know?
Yeah.
And you're laughing at the wrong thing because you know what the right thing is.
Yeah.
That's comedy.
Yeah.
And that's using satire. And that's what guys like Chappelle, and that's what people do. They use the wrong thing because you know what the right thing is, and now you can laugh at it because it's kind of like making fun of the wrong thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it. That's it right there. That's what I'm
saying, though. Yeah. You gotta relax, man. Like, I think we're too caught up in our feelings.
Fucking wound up. I don't think we are. I think a very small portion of people are.
The next shirt I'm coming out with.
And they're the loudest.
Fuck your feelings.
Yeah, fuck your feelings. We've both said that from the very fucking beginning.
Man, come on, you gotta laugh.
We walk a line that we're not crazy popular yet or anything like that. So we walk a line because we have to.
Cancel culture.
Yeah, because of these same loud little group of people.
Yes.
You know?
You woke people.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. It's always left fucking woke motherfuckers, right?
It's like, can't do this, can't do that.
It's horrible. Like they're horrible. I hate it. Yes. I absolutely hate it. That group to me should be forever pum pumless too.
Yeah.
The people who are always fucking offended, the woke motherfuckers. Yeah. I can't stand them.